What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to check out the new Blade 1/3 scale statue by PCS, Premium Collectible Services. So first off, I hate Sideshow's new website design. I much prefer the old one. I think it was much easier to use, and I wish they'd go back to it. Not a fan of this. So this is not from the movie, just so you're aware. It is from the Marvel's Midnight Suns video game, which is like a card game. I never played it because I don't care for card games. However, PCS obviously, tried to make this look like Wesley Snipes' Blade. Granted, there's a few costume variations, but for the most part, when you look at this, you're going to think it's Wesley Snipes' Blade. The game did sort of look like the Wesley Snipes, at least the costume, the face didn't, but they made the face look more like Wesley Snipes, which I think is very smart of them. So this thing does stand 31 inches tall, 20 inches wide, 15 inches depth. So it's a pretty good sized statue. I mean, 31, that's like as big as my Red Sonja statue, basically, if you think about it. Plus, it is a diorama. So, check out the costume detail, great texture work. Like this whole design is just like the movie. And he does have a plethora of switch outs, if Sideshow's website work. So you have the sword. The sword is not the same as the movie. This is different. Stake, which he did use in the movies, to, stake a vampire in the heart. So he does have multiple, and he has them on his pants as well, which is really cool. I probably wouldn't display those. I much prefer this. I want to say Batarang, but obviously that's, from Batman, but you get my gist. I actually have a prop of this from the movie. It's a little bit different design, but it looks very similar. So more or less, you have multiple display options, which is awesome. I probably like this one the most. The sword with that. The sword with the stake is also pretty cool, but I'd probably display upper left. Now, it does also come with two portraits. I prefer the left portrait. The right portrait doesn't scream Wesley Snipes to me, where the left does, and the glasses are removable, just so you're aware. I mean, I like the idea of the mouth open, but it just doesn't look like Wesley Snipes to me. It looks more like the video game. Where the left, when I look at that, I'm like, yeah, that looks like Wesley Snipes. So that is, why I'd want to display that, because I'm trying to go for the movie look, because that is where, I consider this statue as a movie, not video game, because I don't care for the video game. But I really do love what they've done here with the base. They have a bunch of vampires. Now, these vampires look nothing like the vampires from the movie. The movie was really just humans with, little fangs, or in Blade 2, the Reaper, didn't look like this. But overall, I love the look of these vampires. I think they look really freaking cool. And there's like 4 half vampires, and some of them are like, looking like they're basically have been killed. If you remember in the movie, every time he killed a vampire, they sort of like, not really, like they just, disappear, decimated from almost like fiery look. And so that's kind of what PCS is going for. So very cool base. No underbase per se, but I don't really think it needs one. I think what they did is overall fantastic. It looks really good. It reminds me honestly a lot of like my freaking Red Sonja. You're getting quite a bit on this base. You're getting, really 5 vampires. Granted, this one's sort of just like the head and the traps, but these 4 like half bodies, so you get 4 half bodies coming out of the ground. So very dynamic piece as well, which I do like. He's in action pose. He just killed more or less these ones, and he's about to fight more. Definitely a top shelf piece because he is like angled slightly down. Check it out. That's how it'd look like on your shelf, for example. I do like these type of pics that, Sideshow puts up. But I think it looks really good. I like this. I think they did overall a fantastic job. There's next to a human for reference. So 31 inches. That's as tall as Red Sonja to the top of her sword. 20 inches wide, 15 inches deep. It's literally the same dimensions as my Red Sonja. But instead of a snake attacking a sexy redheaded woman, you're getting a badass vampire killer Blade, killing off 5 vampires. So it's extremely cool concept. I think overall they did a fantastic job. Edition size 400. I do wonder how good of a seller is this going to be. A lot of people have asked for Blade over the years, but we're in bad economic times, and it still is $1,400 plus shipping and tax. You're probably all in with Sideshow gouging on shipping costs $1,800 for this, which I do think it's worth that for sure. But it's definitely, not cheap. It's still pretty expensive, and there's not as many horror collectors as there is like Marvel, DC, and other, stuff. So I do question how good this will sell, because like Leatherface, Ghostface, they're not sold out, and freaking Ghostface was a 250 ES. That piece turned out freaking amazing. So I do question how quick will this sell out. Like, I'm not pre-ordering it through Sideshow. I won't use Sideshow because it's not an exclusive. I'll use a retailer like Comic Concepts, for example. So definitely not going to PO direct personally. However, ordering direct does have its perks for sure. You can cancel if it's delayed, where a retailer won't let you cancel. But Sideshow, if it's delayed 30 days, you can cancel. So if you want to lock in your PO, but want the ability to cancel if it's delayed 30 days, you can cancel. Plus, also, it shows it's shipping this year, which is crazy. PCS is pretty quick on their production times. The other advantage, Sideshow obviously has the reward points, you get discounts, coupons, and so forth. So there's definitely some big advantages as well ordering through Sideshow. I don't have many reward points, so there's not a big perk for me using that. But if you guys are looking to pre-order this, please use the links below, as it does help the channel. So now we got to talk about, if Flankster does get Blade, where will it go? So, the most obvious choice is going to be in the corner. One, it's a tall piece, 31 inches, so it's going to have a good presence in that corner. I'd obviously remove the nun. She would have to be relocated, and we would do my Blade poster, which I've done before when I used to have the old frickin' Blade Trinity Drake bust. If you remember, I had like the poster and the prop. So, I could do a Blade poster and a Blade sword on that wall. I have that one there, but I like that one there. But I was thinking, it would definitely go really good right there. And I could even move the bust right here 1/3 there, so it's like the bust is the separator. So it goes bust 1/3, bust 1/3, bust 1/3. So there's not two busts in a row. Because ideally I do prefer having a 1/3 separator. So that's what I was thinking. Plus, considering it is not technically from this movie, I think it would be good to do 1/3 bust, 1/3. And that being 31 inches tall, definitely have a good presence, and it'd look really good there. Get the Blade sword prop, throw the poster, Blade 2 poster, boom, perfect. So I definitely think it would, go good on this wall. And this wall has, for the most part, been just PCS and Elite Creature collectibles. I got multiple PCS. I got him and all those PCS statues. So, and then technically Blade could go down low as well, although I don't think he would go good down low. And ideally for me, right where Nun is at is the best option. So if I have to move Nun, there are a few choices I could do. Technically, I don't really want to put Nun down low because I really love the look of her art print above it. That is like so perfect. So I was thinking, if I have to move Nun, it'd have to probably go where Lord of Darkness is, move him back over behind the Lycan bust and put Nun there. And then if I do that, I'd probably want to just do Annabelle underneath and move this right back there. And next to Annabelle, I could do Chucky or whatever. Definitely some options, though, I will say. So I'm definitely highly considering this because I love Blade. I've always wanted 1/3 statue to pair with my Reaper. I doubt we're going to get a movie version. I'm pretty confident that PCS went after the movie license and they were denied. And so they went after the gaming license because that was the only route to be able to make a Blade statue. So I think they played their cards right and they made it look like Wesley Snipes. So it's a really good option for us collectors that want that Wesley Snipes, type of statue. And this is the best we're going to get. Plus, overall, the concept and look of the statue is very cool. Like, very, very cool. Probably, like their best 1/3 scale statue, honestly, I've seen. Doesn't top Goro. But when it comes to horror, I think it tops Ghostface, who currently is my favorite looking one. Even though I don't have it in hands, I think that's my favorite horror they've done. So, yeah, Goro's still umro nuno for me always. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this Blade statue. Do you plan on picking it up? Do you think it's going to sell out quickly at a 400 edition size? I'm real curious if this is going to sell. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it. But I'm definitely want to get it in the collection. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.